Wyrd has put out another teaser for an upcoming model for Malifaux, and this time it has two interesting lore connections. In last week's Waldo's Weekly, we got a sneak peek for a new model for the Arcanist called Lohith. The article confirms that this is Lohith Bhatt from a recent story in the Arcanist faction book. Perhaps more interestingly, we get a look at the card and find that he comes with a new keyword, Witness. Lore fans out there might recognize this as the name of one of the 13 tyrants. But before we get to that, let's catch up a bit on what we know about Mr. Bhatt. Lohith Bhatt came to Malifaux and sought out Sandeep for help controlling the Gaiman. It seems the man has been haunted, and Gaiman spontaneously manifests around him and wreak havoc in his life. He doesn't seem to be able to control them or stop them from coming, and he begs Sandeep for help as they're destroying his life. When Sandeep sees how bad the problem is, he decides to consult with Rasputina, who's also known for her ability to control the Gaiman. The witch tells them that they need to throw Lohith into the deep end and have him harness the essence of a powerful soulstone and force him to exert his control over the Gaiman. In order to do this, she leads both men to an old abandoned mine that the guild closed down after it was overrun by Gaiman. Sandeep is hesitant as he thinks it'll be too dangerous, but Rasputina insists, and she leads them to a cave with a large soulstone in the wall. They encourage Lohith to touch it and harness its power, but when he does so, the soulstone pulls his body inside, trapping him to Sandeep's horror. As Sandeep and Rasputina flee the cave to get away from the Gaiman infesting it, Sandeep looks back and sees that Lohith is gone. You can learn more about Lohith Bhatt's story by watching my lore breakdown on Sandeep, linked in the top corner. The tyrants are ancient entities that use their intelligence and power to ascend to an almost godlike state. While some of the tyrants have been busy studying entomology, starting a fan club, or exploring the culinary arts, Witness is a tyrant that we haven't heard much of in a long time. What we do know of Witness is that she is the tyrant associated with justice but also tyranny, and that her goal is to create ultimate order out of the chaos. Just like the rest of the tyrants, Witness couldn't be destroyed, but was instead trapped in a prison where she remained for centuries. That prison is a soulstone geode that's said to be housed in a frozen lake of ice. So there's a few interesting things going on here. First of all, it was never confirmed that the soulstone that Lohith Bhatt touched was a soulstone geode. Ramos seemed to be convinced that there was only one soulstone geode, so it seems likely that the geode that absorbed Bhatt is the same one that Ramos found in the frozen cave. We never do get confirmation on exactly where the cave is that Lohith disappears in, so maybe that's just deeper under the mountain from where Ramos finds it. If you want to know more about Ramos' story, check out this episode that I did breaking down all of his lore. The article hints that whoever stumbles across Lohith is also a tortured soul, but not as cruel, likely compared to Rasputina, who seemed to know that Lohith would not survive touching the soulstone geode. So who could this mysterious person be? They're likely associated with the Arcanists, and I think the only male who fits that bill is maybe Hoffman? He's certainly a tortured soul, and he's generally pretty nice, but I'm not sure what he'd be doing up in the caves up north. So maybe it's one of the more minor characters, or somebody we've never even heard of yet. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But either way, it seems clear that Lohith is now tied up with Witness in some way or another. Though I would be really shocked if he was fully possessed by Witness, because this new model is only a henchman, and every other character that's been possessed by a tyrant has always been a master. So maybe we'll see a new master that's associated with Witness, and Lohith will be part of the crew. Or maybe it'll be a smaller group, and this will be one of the miniature keywords that we've seen in a few of the starter boxes. But either way, we get some clues as to what else we might find in this keyword, because when Lohith, Sandeep, and Rasputina enter that cave, they see Gaiman of Darkness and Earth, which are obviously models that we've never seen before. Then once Lohith gets absorbed into the soulstone, those Gaiman turn into golems. So even more cool possibilities there. I wonder if all these new Gaiman and golems will also be in Sandeep's keyword. It seems obvious, but his keyword's pretty busy already, and I think they both have some good opportunities to be in other keywords. For example, the Earth Gaiman could maybe go with Jedza, and the Darkness Gaiman could go with English Ivan, or maybe even Jacob Lynch. But either way, it seems like we're going to get some pretty cool stuff coming up for Malifaux. So tell me what you think. Is there going to be a Witness Master for the Arcanists? What do you think their relationship will be with the rest of the Arcanists? And if we get these Gaiman and Golem in the crew, who else do you think they'll be rocking with, if anyone? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And in the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for some more leaks from Wyrd. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date on any of the interesting lore tie-ins for the upcoming Malifaux releases.